Watch Mark and Kelly unfold live on air. Actor and co-host Mark Consuelos found himself in the middle of a tense exchange with a producer. A devoted partner to Kelly Ripa, how did he end up in such a situation? Keep reading to learn what really happened. The producer and Mark Consuelos clashed. Mark Consuelos and Kelly Ripa, the longtime hosts of Live with Kelly and Mark, have never shied away from difficult conversations. The couple has been together for more than 3 decades. Their exchanges, often humorous, are relatable for many couples watching at home. They regularly tackle sensitive or controversial topics, adding to the lively appeal of their on-air banter. Occasionally, either Kelly or Mark takes a day off, and that's just part of the routine. On Thursday, August 7th, Consuelos was left hosting solo because his wife was absent. Elle Duncan stepped in to fill Kelly's seat, and Mark wasted no time raising an issue that clearly frustrates him. He told his temporary co-host that improper handshakes from men really bother him. The 54-year-old added that he taught his 2 sons the correct way to shake hands from an early age, which is why he pays close attention to it. According to Mark, the worst type of handshake is when someone barely grips your fingers. "When they softly hold just my finger, it makes the handshake feel weak," he explained. An audience member chimed in, agreeing with Mark's opinion. Mark then took the person's hand and demonstrated what he considers a proper firm shake. Leaning in close, he emphasized his point, while Elle Duncan acknowledged his effort and moved the segment forward. Still, she appeared slightly uneasy with the topic, or perhaps felt Mark had taken it a bit too far. Mark had already shown irritation earlier when etiquette expert William Hanson sliced bananas instead of eating them by hand. In front of producer Michael Gilman, Mark took another jab at William, saying, "I'll say something offensive, even though I know you can't hear it." He went on to joke that William likely sits down to urinate, adding, "Wake up, William. Think about that. Stand up for yourself." Kelly has previously admitted that her husband can sometimes be very alpha. Mark Consuelos is known for teasing men he feels behave too delicately, especially those who carry purses. During a flight, the couple once noticed a male passenger placing his belongings in the overhead bin. Mark quickly removed the purse so Kelly could store her bag instead. The audience continues to adore Mark and Kelly's dynamic, often overlooking moments like the handshake debate or his occasionally domineering behavior. What do you think of Mark Consuelos' display of toughness and masculinity? Share your thoughts below. For nearly 30 years, Mark Consuelos has remained a recognizable presence on television. His high-profile marriage to Kelly Ripa, acting career, and current role as co-host of Live with Kelly and Mark have all contributed to his fame. Known for his charm, humor, and sometimes eyebrow-raising remarks, Consuelos has fully embraced the show's casual, conversational tone. In early August 2025, a producer unexpectedly found himself caught in a controversial on-air moment that quickly became a talking point both in the studio and beyond. It wasn't a dramatic outburst or staged stunt, but rather a blink-and-you-miss-it moment, something Live is well known for. Still, Phil and substitute co-host Elle Duncan's visibly awkward reactions, a jab at etiquette expert William Hanson, and Mark's trademark alpha male humor kept viewers buzzing. That Thursday, August 7th, Kelly Ripa was absent from the desk and replaced by Elle Duncan, a respected broadcaster with a strong on-screen presence from ABC News and ESPN. Whenever a substitute host joins for the day, the atmosphere naturally shifts. As soon as the cameras started rolling, Mark was eager to air one of his personal pet peeves. "Formalities matter," he said. "I can't stand it when men shake hands awkwardly." Despite it being a morning show, he addressed Duncan earnestly, explaining that he taught his 2 sons the value of a firm handshake early in life. "This is something I take seriously," he stated. "You've got to know how to do it properly." What followed was a familiar segment for longtime viewers as Mark acted out examples live. He reached out, shook Elle's hand, then demonstrated the limp handshake he despises. When someone grabs just my finger, the handshake instantly feels weak. The moment drew a mix of laughter and visible tension across the studio. While some audience members chuckled and nodded along, others shifted uncomfortably in their seats, unsure whether the exchange was meant to be playful or pointed. Elle Duncan managed a polite smile, gently steering the conversation back toward lighter ground, but the undertone lingered. Producers could be seen exchanging quick glances as the cameras kept rolling, a reminder that live television leaves little room for second takes. Social media reacted almost instantly. Clips of the handshake debate began circulating online within minutes, sparking divided opinions. Some viewers praised Mark for speaking candidly about traditional etiquette, calling the moment classic Mark and applauding his unapologetic honesty. Others felt he crossed a line, arguing that the comments leaned too heavily into outdated ideas of masculinity and made the segment feel awkward rather than entertaining. Despite the brief controversy, the show quickly returned to its usual rhythm. Mark softened his tone, cracking a self-aware joke that seemed to ease the tension, and Duncan smoothly transitioned into the next segment. By the end of the hour, the audience was applauding as usual, proving once again that unexpected moments, whether uncomfortable or amusing, are part of what keeps Live with Kelly and Mark unpredictable and endlessly discussed.